All right, so guys, the CPI just dropped, okay, and there is a little bit of trouble that we have to actually go through. We have to just kind of go through all the noise and such. I actually went through some of the notes, so I'm going to be sharing my screen. Over here, you can kind of see the notes that I've made. Okay, so first of all, let's just look at it in more simple terms first. We have to see that the CPI actually went up by 0.3% month over month. Okay, so if you want to look at the chart, pretty good. Okay, because for this one, this is the CPIU, which is for all urban consumers, which is also different from CPI unadjusted. Okay, so if you're talking about CPI in terms of just urban consumers wise, we have seen a great decline. However, something very, very worrisome happened. First of all, we have to talk about airline fares first. All right, so over here, you can see that I actually highlighted it in purple because there's just more concern for that. Shelter, food, and new vehicles were the largest contributors for the seasonally adjusted all item increases. Shelter and food, honestly speaking, I think that we kind of expected food prices to continuously go up year by year. And my concern is that because food has been going up like straight up, we have been getting a food prices increment every single month. So that's eventually going to be a fear that we have in the market. Okay, but something that's even crazier than what the Wall Street people are saying is that the fear that they do have right now is that the inflation is starting to plateau. And that's the concern. Because if we're talking about an inflation plateau, it means that deflation and disinflation is not going to be happening. Even though inflation is not continuing going upwards, it is plateauing at a very, very bad spot. Okay, for example, if right now, if you're getting, if we are going to analyze the rate of inflation right now, it's 8.3%. Okay, at 8.3% inflation, if we are hitting an inflation plateau, it simply means that for the next 1 to 2 years, we are going to constantly get 8.3 or 8.5 or even 8% of inflation year over year. And that's kind of the concern that we have in the market right now. So afterwards, we kind of look over here. Something that is at least a little bit better. You can see for the blue check mark that I do have here, which is index for gasoline fell 6.1% over the month. Okay, so very, very happy to see that oil is starting to drop in price a little bit. But of course, as I'm talking about this right now, everything is going down. The SPY is down, NASDAQ is down, oil prices is down, all your tech, your growth stock is down. And something even crazier is happening, which is the crypto market. Okay, the crypto market is crashing. Okay, I didn't want to do this in this video, but honestly speaking, the crypto market, everything is down 20-30%. Okay, Terra Luna, earlier I was saying that Terra Luna was at $2. Terra Luna is now 80 cents. 80 cents for Terra Luna. Gosh. Okay, let's move on with the report. Otherwise, I think I will sidetrack too much. All right, next up, all items increased by 8.3% for the 12 months, which is the annualized rate. Something I do like is that we are starting to see a little bit of a decline happening over for the CPIU. All right, so same thing for the things that's highlighted in blue are things that I'm more bullish on, which I'm happy about. And things that's going to be highlighted in purple is things that I'm going to be a little bit more bearish about. That sort of connotation. So I'm loving this number over here. These are of the numbers for energy. Energy prices are all going down. Pretty good. All right. So I don't think that we want to go through a lot of the graphs because I think that the graphs are not super informative in this kind of thing. Although there are some statistics that I do want to bring up. So let's go through with the actual sentences and such. Food increased 0.9%. Pretty bad for us to really see food increase yet again. Okay, index for cereal bakery up 1.1%. Food away from home, everything to do with food is going up. Okay, so over here, you can see that the food index in the last 12 months alone, food at home index rose 10.8%. So if we actually try to analyze it, it's almost like about 0.9%, 0.8% month over month. So of course, that's going to be the largest 12-month increase since the period ending in November 1980. And that's why we are bringing back the concerns that, food shortages is going to be a thing. We're bringing back the concerns that hyperinflation is going to send food prices all the way to the top, and we're going to have wage price spiral. We're going to have a lot of situation that's going to be going against food prices again. So that's going to be the worry again. All right, next up, we got index dropping 2.7% in April after rising 11% in March. So this is a huge thing for the 11%. Like I said before, we already understand that there was the aftermath of what actually happened with Putin and Ukraine. Okay, so over here, this is what I want to talk about. This is one of, okay, I'll tell you guys right now for this summary, there's going to be two things that is affecting this report and why this report is bad. Only these two things that you need to know about, okay? The first thing you need to know about is over here. All item less food and energy, aka the inflation taking away all the food prices and energy prices. Core inflation. And core inflation actually went up by a whopping 0.6%. And that's why it is so concerning. It is so concerning. Okay. In my expectation video, I kind of expected it. Okay. I kind of expected our core inflation to be up about 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. I put 0.6 as my bear case scenario. I thought that it was more towards 0.4, 0.5. And honestly speaking, I do think that I'm still right to a certain extent because of the second thing in this report. Okay, so let's move on a little bit, which is this one, which is airline. Okay, airline continue to rise sharply, increasing 18.6% in April, the largest 1 month increase since the inception of the series in 1963. So prices of airline is just skyrocketing. Okay, I'm going to move on fast because I want to go for my market open nevertheless. So over here you can see airline fares 21.9%. Oh my gosh, 21.9%. And okay, over here I actually highlighted this because this is the relative importance. So in terms of the whole entire thing, everything is going to add up to 100%. And what airline fares actually take up of is 0.543%. Okay, and if 21.9% is actually being taken over, it simply means that airline fares actually took up about 1.2% additional. And that means if this is the extra, 0.12% additional, which is why this 0.12% additional is basically where I did not expect from, because I wasn't expecting airlines to skyrocket to that extent. So that was kind of on me. A little bit sad that actually happened. But other than that, everything was according to expectation. Prices are starting to find a peak. But of course, there's going to be a new worry of inflation plateau. And I'm not going to lie, this is going to be another buzzword that's going to be used in a lot of videos because that's going to be a new fear. Okay, so over here, you can also see the other things. Okay, your eggs prices are going 10.3%. Okay, margarine up 7.1%. Okay, other motor fuels 6.9%. And yeah, okay, and smartphone down 4.3%. And the reason why I actually highlighted it in purple is because if smartphone is going down 4.3%, Apple, stocks like Apple, chances it might actually fall down because they do not have the pricing power if smartphones are going to be dropping in prices. And of course, we also have to look at other things. Okay, over here you can look at all the computer software and such. You got your computer software, everything is down. Okay, everything is down, and that's kind of my concern. Be it your Apple, be it your Microsoft, be it Google, all of them are going to be affected, and that's just my overall concern. And yeah, finally, airline fares over here. So I just want to reiterate my concern that I have for the market. But like I said before, I do think that this is overall still a pretty good report because according to the expectation video that I actually had for you guys, I also said it before. I do think that the expectation video that I do think that it's not that bad. The expectation video is going to be all right. we are going to get core inflation going up. I expected it to be going up. I did not expect it to go to 0.1. Of course, I did say that 0.1 might happen. If that happened, the market is going to rally like crazy. And if anything go up past my expectation, the market is going to fall, which it did. But right now, it's trying a little bit to recover. So hopefully that's going to be the case. But right now, back to the crypto side of things, just to give you guys a quick update. Terra Luna kind of recovering back to $1 again. Bitcoin kind of dropped below 30,000. Right now it's hovering at 29.6. Ethereum at about 2,200. And yeah, things for us to be worried in the next few cycles. But anyway, that's all for the CPI summary video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys.